There.
All right. Hey, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, and
It's Tea Time Tuesday.
you'll be proud of us.
Yes, look, we have tea.
We made
Cheers.
tea. Cheers. Do you like tea?
It's like I do like tea. I like tea. You're the one with
I'm like, do I like tea?
I like tea. I'm into. I actually drink a lot of tea, like if at night, like because I like warm beverage. Which I
don't like warm beverage. I think
Yeah.
that's my issue.
So, but if I don't like caffeine or whatever, but I like the like holding of it. The actual I like
this
process.
part.
Yes. Like the feeling. It
Like
makes
on
me,
a cold day.
Yeah.
Even
Like
though
today.
it's nice out today.
It's so nice. But
Yeah.
even if there's a little breeze,
Yeah.
it's nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, hi everyone. Today we have a good topic because we thought of it because it's been spring break. Like people are starting to kind of branch out and do things. And
Yes.
So it's all about taking a break, but how to do it effectively. And then if you do happen to have to take a break, how to come back and come back strong.
Yeah. And I think something that we've learned is like, spring break. So our kids said spring break. We kept saying it's like the longest break, but it's interesting. It really sort of was too long. Like it was, it kind of like throws you all off. So how to properly break and give yourself a rest, but come back and not feel like you're so behind.
Right. And I think one thing, when people think of a rest day, we just recently sent out an email like this, they think rest day, like I am chilling on the couch, not doing anything at all, like have my favorite snacks.
Yeah. And like a cheat day. Like it's sort of a rest day becomes like this cheat day, and we've said this before, but like having that in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go all out and like kind of ruin my what I've been accomplishing.
Right.
Where it can just be like this small little bit, and which you get, I feel like, an even better recovery because you haven't like fallen off.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I feel like, sorry, Penny's my daughter just walked over here.
I did. Do some squats.
Gets distracted.
Yep.
She's squatting.
She knows. As soon as she sees me.
Yeah, every time she sees Mary Kate, she's like, I need to squat down. Anyway, what we're talking about taking a break. So,
Yes.
But like a lot of people have this all or nothing mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They have it with exercise, and then they have it with the break as well. So it's like, I'm taking a break, so I'm doing nothing now. I'm exercising, I'm doing all of it. Right? You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be so cut or dry.
It doesn't. And I think also sometimes we hear, like, if people fall off, even if it's like a couple days, they're like, oh, I feel like it's just like harder to jump back.
Right.
And so taking the right type of breaks, you don't feel like you're starting over. It's like this whole new thing. It's like, okay, I'm still on it, but I did give my body a break. I gave my mind a break. I had that little like step away, and I'm almost coming back stronger versus like, here, I got to get like back into it.
Right. I have to build it all up again.
Yes.
So here are some tips on how to take the break effectively, because honestly, there is something that's too much of a good thing, right?
Yes.
Like everything. You can't have too much water. Like there's everything, too much is too much. So the reason that we start a remix and why we mix it up is because you can't do a HIIT workout every single day.
Yes.
Like it's not good for you. You can't do a boot camp workout every single day or whatever every single day.
You can't do the same thing over and over again because your body gets used to it.
Right.
It burns you out.
Yeah.
You get bored, you're doing the same thing, and like you just can't do the same thing over and over again. You start losing the benefits of it.
Yeah, because your muscles need to rest to repair and to grow, because every time you're lifting those weights, or you're like breaking them down, so they need that time to rest and to heal. So great ways that you can do it is if you're taking that HIIT class or that boot camp type class one day, then the next day maybe try more of a lower impact bar class or
a lift class,
or like a spin, even like where it's just straight cardio, and you even say you really need a rest day, you can jump on that bike and then just do level 1 the whole time.
And that's another thing like that we really pride ourselves on, is having those levels so that you can, it's funny. I feel like people would say like, oh, you guys do level 3. Like truthfully, there's something really awesome about like, I still want to move and I'm at a level 1 or like less than a level 1, but I still got that movement in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's why we offer those levels all the time, no matter who we see in our classes, because sometimes you may just be feeling that way, or that day you just need to move a little bit, but you're not going all out, and that's okay. That's considered your rest.
Yes.
And you giving a break, but also not falling off and still getting something out of it. It's almost like doing a little bit more than you anticipated,
right?
Which I think then makes you feel so much better.
Well, it's funny. I feel like I often get this from people, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just level 1 today."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why are you apologizing?" Like, I'm just happy that you came, you showed up, you moved your body. Like, whatever you need that day is good, and as long as you're doing that, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I also think it's interesting you said that. Like, sometimes when we're doing the different levels, if you're tired, or if you do need to recover a little bit, or like rest a little bit, if you do the level 1, you actually sometimes will get more out of it than if you tried to do level 3. Right. Because you're like tired and you're not like, adding that impact in. It's almost like do it slower. Yeah. More like you have more control over it, and you're actually doing it properly. Right. You actually may get more out of it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Look at me. Tip Tuesday. Just keep adding them.
Just throwing the tips left and right.
Just keep them coming. But it's definitely, our recommendation is to when you're considering a rest, you can still be doing something, and it's just taking a rest from either going all out or maybe trying something different, right? Or just a little bit of movement. Right before we popped on, I said to Tricia, I've been talking to people and they're saying they're just sitting a lot. Like,
if you're at home.
Yeah, I feel like people are working from home, or just like sitting more or sitting in weird places. Like, just adding in a little bit of movement throughout the day, I think is really great. Yeah. And whether that means like you get up and you take a 10-minute walk, or something that has been really nice is I feel like people have been taking advantage of our live virtual classes, or on demand, but like just popping on for 10 or 15 minutes, it's more than they were anticipating on doing, but it gets them moving, like it just gets like the blood flowing. You can come back and you feel fresh, and like
Jennifer Pfeiffer did that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she said she had 2 meetings, and then she said, I'm going to sneak in for a little bit and do a little bit of your dance class, and then I'm going to go to the meeting.
Yes.
And then she was there for, she snuck on, she was able to get her dance on, and then go right back to work. And you feel like more energized. You do. You feel more energized. You also feel like, ooh, I did something for me. And so I feel like oftentimes I'll hear people say, I didn't get my workout in, or I didn't, get to and even just that little bit is so nice. Or if you did a little bit and you weren't anticipating, it's like, ooh, got that little extra thing in for me. Yes. So, but it's a great way to still be moving, because when we're taking breaks, like we are, as humans, we should be moving. We shouldn't be still. And they're really like, this like you do need rest and to sleep, but we also sleep, hopefully, you get a decent amount of sleep at night. I mean, Penny woke me up last night,
so you didn't get that much sleep.
I didn't get as
much. But you do need, we do need to rest, but also we do need to move. So there's a difference between, like going all out, like you said, in a boot camp or a HIIT class, or doing a little bit of a bar class or a whole bar class just at level 1. Right. It's a great workout, but it's completely different, and it lets those muscles that you were using the day before or 2 days before really rest.
Exactly.
Plus, you get the constant muscle confusion, which gets those results. So that's why we did it. There's a method to our madness, everyone. Yes.
All right, so now we're talking about how to bounce back after exercise. So whether it's, maybe you just kind of fell off, then you're trying to get back into it, or you just had a baby, or you had an injury. So one good thing is that your body remembers. So if you ever exercised before, your body remembers it. So it's kind of like riding a bike. I was just saying this before. I should get on a bike. I haven't really.
Well, I feel like we were talking about tricycles and bicycles last week. And now we're back on a bike. Well, you've been on a spin bike.
I've been on a spin bike, but I haven't done like an actual bike. And I feel like if I got on, I'd be a little wobbly to start. But I
don't think you would.
All right. Well, then you're messing up my analogy here.
There was a point. There was an analogy that you might like. Oh, because you're saying you may. It takes a little time. Yeah, I get it. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna get on a bike next time and show you.
Actually, fun fact: my husband really thought I could not ride a bike.
I can't picture you on a bike.
Why does everyone think I can't ride a bike? Like, everyone. Okay.
Can you imagine you're on a bike?
Next tea time, we'll be riding bikes. I can ride a bike.
We'll ride the bikes around with the tea.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway. I would be wobbly probably. And then, but I would get it. I remember how to ride a bike, okay? So I feel like same thing with exercise. If you took a break, at first, you may be a little wobbly, a little shaky. Your muscles will be extra sore, than you're used to. But your body will bounce back. Your body will remember how to do it. So I just think the thing that you need to keep in mind is to remember, take it slow. Start at that level 1. I know it's sometimes, especially after like you have a baby or an injury or something, you really want to like get back into it. And sometimes we jump in too hard,
too fast,
too soon. Yeah.
It's the all or nothing mentality. So like easing back gradually back in,
especially for an injury, because you don't want to get injured again.
100%. You don't want to get hurt again. You want to come back. You want to keep the reason that we do all this is you want to be able to work out for the rest of your life, take care of yourself, feel good for the rest of your life, get in shape and continue that process. Right. So you don't want to re-injure yourself, or you don't want to do it too much too soon where then you lose that momentum or you fall off. So gradually coming back is really important. The other thing that I think we've seen, and it's interesting, I feel like Sarah joined, so I'm gonna do some shout outs because I'm seeing people, but she was up a little bit further. But Sarah just had a baby, but she was working up through her pregnancy with us, and obviously you want to talk to a doctor and make sure that you're doing it all properly. But I think now she had the baby and now she's back, right. And I think it makes it easier because she was consistent, and also now she's easing back in and she's doing it the right way. And I feel like I've watched her and it's like she hasn't missed a second because she's like right back into it. Right. We've also had some people have some injuries. Actually, Heather, one of our instructors, she hurt her foot, and she obviously needed to take care of it and rest it and recover it. Right. But she was doing things, she was modifying, she was working on her arms, she was literally doing things on her knees so that she could still like work her abs and her arms and but not putting that pressure.
And she stuck with a lot of more of like the lower impact, like lifting, Pilates, bar type classes.
Yes.
So she wasn't jumping or anything like that.
Exactly. And so then this way she didn't fall off with everything too. She's staying just relevant almost like in your workout, but it's true, like keeping up with it so you're not so far behind, right? And I think it like psychologically makes you feel better, like you feel like you haven't really fallen off.
It can be tough if you have an injury or something, you feel like held back, feel it's just frustrating to have that. So if you're able to sneak in that movement when you can, it makes it feel better.
Yeah. And the reason that we're going over this is because we do often hear from people that they're like, oh, I haven't worked out in a while, or I got to jump back in, or I fell off, I like took a week off or a month off or what have you. Right. And we want you to be able to take care of yourself for the rest of your life and make this a lifestyle. So we do need breaks. We do need to recover, but this is the way to do it so that you don't fall off and that you continue to take care of yourself and you continue to see those results and you're not feeling like you're having to make up lost time. Right. You're doing it properly. You're taking care of yourself. It's all about balance.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you're interested in talking more about that, especially if you're someone who needs to bounce back, or you took some time off and you want to get back into it, you can have schedule a VIP call with us.
Yes.
And next week we're doing a 5-day kickstart in our Facebook group, and it's going to be really great. There's going to be free exercises. There's going to be just information and tips and tricks and
just everything to kind of to explain to everyone and to really help you realize that you can kickstart your fitness and nutrition routine, but also make it a part of your lives. Like we know that you're busy and there's so much going on, and how do you incorporate it into your life so that so you can live a healthy, long life and feel good about yourself. So our kickstart is next week. Definitely join if you haven't. You can actually join our Facebook accountability group or DM us and let us know that you want to do it, and we'll add you. Yes. And we'll be doing that all next week. Yes. And like Tricia said, if you want to set up a VIP call with us to really get you back on track, we're happy to do that. It's something that we really pride ourselves on. We want you to be consistent and to feel good and to take care of yourself and to mix it up. So thank you for joining us.
I feel like refreshed now
with the tea time.
Yeah, like I feel it's calm.
Tea is good. See, we're gonna bring it back. People are gonna be actually drinking tea with us. But yes, we will hopefully see you for the Kickstarter. Reach out, or if you know of anyone that may be interested,
let them know.
Let them know as well, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Cheers.
Bye.